favored son of Jacob, gets a special coat and has dreamed that his brother will bow down to him. His brothers get jealous, plot against him. They throw him in a pit, set him into slavery, and lie to their father that he is dead. One lesson I learned from that was that, or is that, even when life feels unfair, God is still writing your story. So in Egypt, Joseph works in Potiphar's house and earns trust. Potiphar's wife lies about him after he refuses her advances. Joseph is now thrown into prison. Another thing I learned about this was that Joseph chooses integrity over comfort. And sometimes, most times, standing for what's right might cost you something, but it positions you for something greater. So in prison, Joseph interprets dreams for Pharaoh's servants. He promises to help, but forgot him for like 2 years. Yeah, that's so bad. What do you do when your kindness is forgotten? What do you do when people take you for granted? That's a question to answer. I don't even know what I do when I think I know what I do. I just tend to like be sad for some time and then I ignore it. What do you do? Put it in the comment section. Delay is not denial. God sees the secret tears of everyone, every single person. Moving on, Pharaoh has troubled dreams, and Joseph is finally remembered and brought before him. He interprets the dream and gets promoted to second in command of Egypt. One thing I learned from this is that from prisoner to prime minister in one day, God can make 20 years and make it look like it's 2 hours for you. I love God. When it's God's time, no one can stop your rise. So during famine, Joseph's brothers come to Egypt for food and unknowingly bows before him. Your enemies will bow down before you in Jesus' name. Even when they don't know what they are doing, they will find themselves bowing before you. Just like a dream. Moving on, he reveals himself but doesn't take revenge. He forgives them. God uses every betrayal for a bigger purpose to save nations. So let's wrap up this story. Joseph's story isn't just history, it is a reminder that no matter how low you fall, God can still raise you. Your pain has purpose. And one thing I would like to say is that if you have been in a pit season, hang on, your place moment is coming. So, for the queen who saved a nation, in the book of Esther, a young Jewish girl rises to become queen in a foreign land. When her people are marked for destruction, she risks her life by going before the king uninvited. What I learned from that was that boldness, divine timing, destiny, courage. What if everything you have been through was to prepare you for such a time as this? Moving on, the story of David and Goliath, the fight no one believed in. Even me, when I heard that story, I was like, not too too. So a young shepherd boy takes a giant warrior with only a sling and 5 stones. 5 stones and wins. Faith over fear, trusting God, identity. So you don't need a sword when God is on your side. Come on, come on. Moving on, the prodigal son, when grace runs to you. So this story is about a rebellious son. He demands his inheritance early, goes on and wastes it all, and returns home expecting rejection but receive love instead. What I learned from this story is that mercy, grace, forgiveness, restoration is for everybody, it's not for a particular person. So no matter how far you have gone, the Father is still waiting for you. And I love that about God. That's what I love about God. And the story of Ruth, loyalty in the middle of loss. There's a lot of people are not loyal, even in this our generation. So the story is about a Moabite widow. She follows her mother-in-law to a new land, works in field to survive, and ends up in the lineage of Jesus. Loyalty, destiny, faithfulness, divine connection is what I learned from this story. So what looked like the end could be your divine beginning. So that problem that you think that is taking you far, is pushing you to the wall, could be your new door opening. Moving on, let's talk about the story of Elijah, the prophet of Baal, the fire that fell. So Elijah challenges 450 false prophets to a showdown on Mount Carmel. God answers by fire, providing or like proving he alone is Lord. And what I learned from this story is that your faith needs to be bold, the power of prayer is important, and God's glory will follow. So, one man with God is majority. I love this statement. My pastor likes saying this: one man with God is majority. If I'm alone, but if I'm with God, even if I'm alone, but I'm with God, that alone is enough. Let's talk about the story of Job. When your faith is tested. So Job loses everything. He loses his wealth, his children, health, but refuses to curse God. In the end, he restored double. Don't think that your suffering will endure forever. Your suffering cannot endure forever. Endurance, trust in the God matters a lot. Even when you don't understand, will you still trust God? That question is for you. Peter walking on water, faith in the storm. I love that story. You know why? Because every time I
Restaurant
think
one
about
time. I was
Peter
working for
walking.
a restaurant one time, and they made me like the supervisor, and they weren't even paying me much. They paid me like one chicken money. And because I was just home doing nothing, I decided to take the job, and I was doing it at that time. Guys, these workers wanted to kill me. Not every hard work can pay you well. So I remember one time that I was doing a job of, how much was that job? It was 47,500. I used to dress like somebody that was collecting 1 million naira. Like, and that job was quite very stressful. Like I come back home and I'm looking like one person that they have slaughtered in the slaughter room. Like, my leg would be hurting and everything. But when I left that job and I started receiving something that was more than that, I wasn't even looking like, you don't even need to dress like you. And that reminded me of one of my friends that was telling us the story of how that when she was working at the job that was paying her like 100K, she was always looking very serious. She would dress as if she was going like, the drama was just too much for that pay. They would require so much from you and pay you less. And then when she left that job and started working for some company that was paying her like, I think it was 700K or 600, 700, 800K, guys. Like she literally looks like somebody that when she's going to work in the morning, you even know. She literally wears like a jean and a t-shirt with slipper, and she's going to a job that pays her 700K. You guys, this Nigerian job, you people should be calming down because not too do. You guys require so much from your workers. You don't pay them like you're supposed to pay them. And that would bring me to the point where I would say, if you're working for any company, please there, act your wage. Act your wage.
Calvary greetings. Oh my god, I look so good. Let me increase this AC. Because the mosquitoes are biting. So many people say that ladies go for their skincare in like twice in a month. Me, I can't lie. I go once in a month. Please, it have to. Let's go and make our hair. I'm thinking of making this hairstyle. This I done boho braid. I really don't feel like sleeping. I actually have been sleeping since afternoon, and tonight I really don't feel like sleeping. And this is the disadvantage of sleeping where you're not supposed to